Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra for those that don't know me. So anyways, recently I went on my Snapchat and I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions so that way my YouTube family can get to know me a little bit better. And I chose 12 questions because I don't want to make this like extremely long. So anyways, I'm going to be answering those 12 questions. If you guys have not already subscribed to me, go ahead and do so right now. I'm going to be doing lifestyle, fitness, mommy vlogs. If that's what you guys are into, that's what I'm into. So that's the kind of like content that I want to be like really pushing out for you guys. So anyways, let's get started. Okay, you guys. So question number 1 was, what nationality are you? I am actually 100% Mexican. And what that basically means is that I was born in Mexico. I don't really know exactly where. I know that like some people are born in like Mexico City or like then they have like the like smaller cities. I'm not 100% sure exactly where I was born because like yeah, like we were like borderline in between like two little cities, but I know it was in Mexico City. My mom's from Mexico City and my father I think is like from like a smaller area. I think I was born in like the ranch or whatever, or around there. I don't even know. I don't know, but yes, I was born in Mexico City. I was raised my whole life though in Orlando, and then I ended up moving a little bit more south at like 13 years old. So yeah, a lot of people actually think that I'm like Colombian. I also get Puerto Rican, I get Russian. Yeah, no, I'm 100% Mexican, you guys. Next question was, what is your favorite food? I actually don't have a favorite food, you guys. I don't. It's so weird. Like, you know how like kids love pizzas and like or they'll like burgers or like pizza rolls and stuff like that? No, like I've never had a favorite food. Like my parents always struggled trying to get me to eat. Like low-key, I feel like I have like an eating disorder even till this day. But I've actually talked to my husband about this. So I've told him that if I was ever on death row, I would ask him for, as like a request, I guess, if you guys don't know that, like people that are on death row, they get a request for their last meal that they can choose whatever they want. They could choose a steak, they can choose like, there's people that have chose like Burger King and stuff like that. I think I would choose my husband's pasta. It's like amazing. So I guess if I had to choose, it would probably be the pasta. Next question was, how old are you? I'm actually 24 years old. Sorry, no, I'm not 24 years old. I'm 23 years old. I'll be 24 soon. I'm a Gemini, so not looking forward to growing old, but yeah, 24. Soon to be 24. You guys, next question was, what college did you go to? If so, where? And majoring in what? So I did not go to college, and I don't plan on going to college. However, I am enrolled into, I guess you can consider it like a technical school. And my reason for that, I don't believe in spending thousands and thousands of dollars and then having to get a job just to pay that debt back. Because a lot of people obviously don't qualify for scholarships. One, a lot of people don't have the money, so they end up like getting into these big amounts of debt, which is a really controversial topic. Like, I'm not saying like don't go to college and like it's a waste of time, because it's not. If you want to be a heart surgeon or whatever, like work in a medical field or like whatever it is that you want to do, just like go ahead and do so. Like, there's people that are really passionate about, by all means do it. But for me, like, I think college wasn't for me, and I thought it was just a waste of time for me. So no, I have not gone to college, and I don't plan on doing so. I am enrolled into a technical school, like I was saying, and basically towards the end of my course, I will be certified as a medical coder. So basically what that is when you go to the doctor or you go to the hospital or like a medical facility, whatever, you get either treated, diagnosed, or you get some kind of medication. So in order for your insurance to be billed, if you do have insurance, the whatever you got treated for has to be converted into codes, and that's basically what I will be doing. I don't see myself doing that for a very long time. My husband and I have established our company. I do plan on helping my husband grow that company. So that is my next goal in mind after I am certified as a medical coder. I will be helping my husband, for instance, some of those projects do require us to have certain permits, and at the moment we are not certified for certain permits. So if I become certified for those permits, we can basically cut off the middleman and make ourselves obviously more profitable. So that is my next goal. And then so on, once I reach that goal, then I will figure out what I want to do next. I also want to be able to grow my YouTube platform, so that's also in mind. Next question is Dunkin' or Starbucks? To be honest, I'm a Dunkin' girl, but I only like one thing from two things from Dunkin'. I'll either get like a croissant or a coffee. This is like a question that I kind of lean more on coffee because I am addicted to coffee. I at least need to have like 1 cup of coffee a day. So when I was pregnant, I for some reason was addicted to like Starbucks coffee, and I could not stand like the taste, the smell of Dunkin' coffee. I don't know, like I have no idea why, but now it's like the other way around. After I had my kids, like I've tried to stomach my usual like to-go coffee from Starbucks, and I cannot do it. Like I love the refreshers, I love you know, the pastries, but aside from that, like their coffee just does not sit well in my stomach. I don't know why. So I guess if I had to choose like coffee wise, it would definitely be Dunkin'. Next question, how many kids do you want? So for those of you that don't know me, I actually have twins, and they're a boy and a girl. So I don't plan on having any more kids. I think that's it for me. I think if I could speak on behalf of my husband and I think I could really say that we're done with kids. I want to pursue other things, achieve other goals, and one of my dreams was to be a young mom and be able to grow with my kids. And I think I'm at that stage in life right now. Yeah, I think I'm done with kids. So next question. Are you a smoker or a drinker? Of course, why would you guys ask me this? Anyways, I am gonna answer it. I don't like to drink. I feel really nasty the next day after I drink. My stomach doesn't like handle drinks well anymore. Like I'll get like messed up like this. So I do like to smoke. Preferably I try not to because I feel really unproductive when I do smoke. So if I really had to choose, it'd be neither. I'm boring. So next question. Favorite perfume? Ooh, my favorite perfume since the moment I tried it has been the Miss Dior, and I don't even know how to pronounce it because like there's like a line of Miss Dior. Like, I know that the perfume that I have, like it's like in French, so I have no idea exactly which one it is, but like I usually smell it and then I go off by like the familiar smell. So I do love Miss Dior. I don't like fruity smells, so yeah. Next question, how much do you weigh? This is a trick question, so I don't know if they're talking about before the quarantine or right now currently. Before the quarantine, I know I was 126. However, now I'm probably like 130. I feel it. Like I feel like because I've, you know, been inside lazy, haven't done anything productive, I probably put on like a pound or two. So probably like 130. And I'm 5'1", so honestly, I don't mind my weight. I feel like I can tone up, but yeah. Next question. What's your favorite car? I think my favorite car will always be my first purchased car, like the car that I actually like worked hard for and I actually paid off, which was my Audi A4. I love that car. I thought it was like the most beautiful, like classy, but not like too luxurious car. I ended up totaling it, so that was a bad investment. But yeah, if I ever have the luxury of buying absolutely any car, like it wouldn't be anything super like expensive. I think I would just, you know, buy my Audi again, which I will in the future. Even though I feel like I need like a bigger car because of my kids. We'll see when we get there. Next question is, any plans on surgeries? So I have kind of like joked around about getting a couple surgeries done, but at the moment right now, I don't think I would get any surgeries done just because my kids are at the stage that they don't really know what's going on, even though they understand a lot. They're only 2 years old, and I feel like right now they're so needy. I often have to carry them to bathe them or like whatever I need to do, sit them down. So I'm always carrying them, and I know after surgery it requires like recovery time, so I don't think I'll be getting anything done anytime soon. Maybe when they turn like 5 or 6, I'll decide if I want to, you know, do something. And if I do, I'll definitely be posting it with you guys here on my YouTube channel, so we'll see by then. Okay, you guys, so we are at our last question, and this is the good one. Okay, this is the tea. This is where the tea comes in, right? So the only reason I'm answering this question is because somebody asked me this question, and honestly I feel like it's been such a long time, it's so irrelevant now to my life, but it's time for me to tell my side of the story. So I ended up rephrasing this question because the person included that person's name, and I don't want to disclose it. So for those of you that already know me, you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about. But like I said, it's not to bash her, it's just to tell my side of the story. I don't talk to the same people that we used to be in the circle with, and I know that she's, you know, said things that like weren't even true. And because, you know, obviously it eventually came back to me and they've said that I, you know, whatever. I just want to tell my side of the story. So basically the question was, what happened to you and your best friend? So me and this girl, for the people, like I said, that knows me, we used to be like this. Like me and this girl, like there could not go a day where I was not with her or she was not with me. Like we basically like lived together. That's how close we were. Like to this day, I can't believe how blind I was to this girl. Like I would do anything for this girl to make sure that this girl was good, to make sure that you know, like nobody was like taking advantage of her. Towards the end of our friendship, which was my senior year, I remember I kind of just cut it off without even a warning. I didn't even tell her. I just kind of like stopped talking to her. I stopped answering her phone calls. I stopped like, you know, coming over her house. I remember at one point when I was trying to distance myself, like she even made a comment how her mom said that like, oh, you know, Sandra's not coming over anymore. Like, what are you guys like fighting about and stuff like that. But at that time, like it wasn't that I was fighting with her or like I wasn't like trying to cause conflicts. I just like was start slowly distancing myself, and she couldn't see that, and neither her mom, you know. And it's sad because, you know, when you put your effort into someone for so long, it kind of hurts. It honestly, a friendship hurts more than like any relationship, because, you know, if you have like a strong bond, you tell them your secrets, you tell them your fears, you tell them practically everything. They know everything about you. So I think one of like the reasons why I kept her my best friend for such a long time, even though I in the back of my head knew that she was toxic, I didn't want my secrets to be disclosed to like people that knew me. Frankly, now I obviously don't even care. So this was like my senior year, and I remember at the time, because that was bad, like out of my siblings, it's 4 of us including me, so I was like the bad one. I was the one that gave my parents problems and issues, and I was just like the black sheep. So I struggled a lot with you know, getting along with like constantly switching schools, getting along with people, or like people getting along with me. I don't know why. Like I remember even like trying to like really set something in my mind to say like, this year I'm gonna do good, this year, you know, no conflicts, no drama, no nothing. But like I would just attract that. Like I don't know why, like girls just frankly did not like me for any, like sometimes it was for no reason, like absolutely no reason. They just did not like me, and I always had a response for it. That was something that was like really immature about me. Everything does not require a reaction, and I felt like at the moment I was so immature that like if someone came to me with a, you know, confrontation, I would give them that response that they wanted. I was trying to get away from that senior year, and I wanted to graduate, so I ended up switching schools, and I wanted to graduate from a college that would guarantee me not only my high school credits, but also starting like college credits. So I did business and finance, and at the time she was not in the same mindset. she was still, you know, having problems with people. She was starting arguments, and I remember she wasn't happy at the fact that like, you know, I wanted to grow and I wanted to move past that, and I wanted to kind of like leave her behind. I remember like her like kind of trying to like pull me back into that. She would put me in conflicts. I can't remember the amount of times that I had to back her up, because she would run her mouth and then she would expect me to back her up, and I would, of course I would. That was my best friend. So I remember telling her once, like, you know, stop. Like, I don't want to do this anymore for you. It's, you know, I want to actually have a better life. I want to have a future. I want to graduate, and you should want the same thing. So there was a time where like she kind of like settled down a little bit more, like she was a little bit more chill, but at the same time I remember her not being focused in her schoolwork. I would try to like force her to, and I would get really frustrated. I was trying to help her finish up her high school credits, and she would rather go out and party, and that was really frustrating for me, because not only did I feel like the pressure of like me trying to finish high school, but also like trying to have my best friend finish with me. It was really frustrating when I didn't see that same effort from her. I guess sometimes like you grow apart from people for the right reasons, and in my case that's exactly what happened. I finally started to realize how much of a toxic person she was. For example, so when I was graduating high school, you know, most 16-17-year-olds, they don't even have a car. At the time I had bought in my first car. It wasn't even anything luxurious, it wasn't cute, it was just like a regular, you know, older car that I was even grateful to have, because most 16-17-year-olds, like I said, don't even have a car. So I remember picking her up, dropping her off at work, and she was like really ashamed to be in the car with me, and I kind of peeped that, and I confronted her about it. I was like, why are you acting this way? Like, why do you care what people think? Like, most people don't even have a car. Like, be grateful that I'm like even picking you up and like taking you places. So yeah, she was so worried about like what people thought, and like she didn't want to be seen in the car with me. She would only want to be seen with me was if I took my brother's car and switched it out, and like we would be driving his car. Then she would be like kind of like, she would want to drive the car, and she would want to like play music loud and like roll down the windows and stuff like that. And like that really bothered me, because you know, that's supposed to be my best friend. Like, she shouldn't be ashamed to be with me. And I think that's what really just closed the deal with me. I was like, you know what, to me, a best friend is gonna grow with you. She's not just gonna leech off of you. And that's how I felt like she was doing. She wouldn't pay for her tab sometimes. I remember also like my mom would say like, this girl's like so toxic for you, and like she just wants to be you, and like everything you buy, like she has to buy right afterwards, or she has to get because you got it. And at the time I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it like this girl was like coming after me, or this girl was like trying to be me. I just saw her like, you know, we have the same interests because we're like best friends. But it got to the point where like this girl would also like max her credit cards just because she was trying to buy like the same item that I would buy. And I remember one time like telling her like, listen, don't do that. Like, if you know, if you can buy it, cool, but if you can't, like wait for your next paycheck, or like, you know, save up. Like, I don't want to encourage you to buy something that you cannot afford. So I feel like in a way we were just being really toxic to each other. She would also blame me for like things that she messed up in, and I mean, I'm not gonna put her full business out there. I remember we had a situation, and she basically threw shots at me and said that it was basically my fault, and that, you know, I should have been the one to blame, when really she was the one who took action for that mistake. So she was the one responsible to fix her mistake. Like, what more can I say? I mean, I'm so glad I got out of that friendship. And moral of the story, if you guys have somebody that's toxic in your life, cut them off. It's not worth it. I live such a more peaceful life now that I have that person away from me. I'm happy. I'm very content. So that was our story. Like I said, I don't mean to bash her. It's just the truth. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I will be trying to post a little bit more And I think my next video is going to be on fitness, so make sure that you guys are tuned in for that. Thank you so much for watching.